All right, so our roundup. First one is definitely an AI tool, and this one is pretty incredible, really. It's one called Lemny.com, and this one is your virtual employees. So you can build what they call AI agents or virtual employees for your business. And they will work for you 24/7, and they will act as just as a human staff member will. If once you train it and give it the parameters that it's got to work within, it can do things like answer your emails. It can even do things like answer phone calls. It connects with your website, with your CRM, with the apps and tools that you do use where customers interact with you. And in order to initiate the conversations that it has with the customers, which is pretty good as well, it's really difficult to tell that this is not human. So, and you can train it this way as well too, so that it sounds like, it sounds like yourself or your staff members. If you've got staff members working for you as well, but certainly you can sound it or train it to sound like yourself. It takes a wee bit of time to get that training in place, and there is a process to do that. But once you do, then it's very difficult to distinguish the voice of the Lemny machine from your voice. So it's a bit hard to demonstrate it here, but the interface here, you can log into it for free. So if you go in for the free trial, you'll have a look at the interface that's in there. You'll be able to upload things like, or add in your, let's say, your website link for the very start. You can upload things like social media posts that you've created in the past, blog posts you've created, things you've written, replies to emails, all of that sort of things. And that's part of the process of training it in your own voice. You can then also tell it what you don't like as well, which is just as important as what you do like. And then once you start to deploy it, it can then monitor what's happening in your email inbox, and it will craft and draft out replies for for specific emails. So you can get it to look out for keywords that are in it that describe what the message is about. So if it's a message with regard to payments for products or services people have purchased, it'll be able to deduce from that what it is, and then respond in the way that you have trained it to respond. And then once it does respond, let's say for instance it was a refund. Someone said they've accidentally purchased something, they're requesting a refund. It can actually go ahead and say yes, no problem at all. Well, the refund's on its way. Then send you a message in, say, Slack or on Messenger or whatever platforms you use, just to let you know you need to initiate a refund for that particular customer. So and it does that all within the parameters that you have set for it itself. The AI models that it uses, you can connect it to ChatGPT, to Claude, to Mistral. So whichever is your preferred AI model there for creating content, you can connect it to that. And of course, how you've trained those models, that comes through in the interactions and the voice that your AI agents have as well. So, and it can connect to a whole lot of tools, do things like set appointments for you. So if someone wants to meet with you, it can, and they've rung in for a meeting or they've emailed in for a meeting, it can handle all of that sort of stuff. So this is one of the premier tools for your AI agents. I would definitely recommend you try it out and have a look at what's capable and what's possible. They do have that free trial, and just so you can find your way around it. And as far as pricing goes, these days everything has a subscription to it. So you've got the pricing page there, which is 4 cents an interaction, but they've got sort of other options in here, so like $48 a month. So you can select the sort of pricing model that's really going to work for you and your business based on what you're anticipating in terms of the sorts of interactions that it's having. But well worth having a look at. Would highly recommend you do. It's just one of those tools that I think is almost an essential tool for, particularly if you're a single person business or a solopreneur or have a very small team. This one is an easy way to expand at a very inexpensive cost. So if you imagine if you're paying $48 a month for something like this versus paying for a staff member, it's thousands of dollars difference for that. But that's really the reality of the AI world that we're living in, and you'll find a lot more businesses are starting to employ these. So better you, then everybody else and a lot of businesses are going to be using it. So now is a good time to jump in and explore it. So that one there is called Lemny.com. Now, these links, we will drop these into chat. So at the end of the evening, you'll be able to save the chat. You can click on the links and you can go and explore them at your will. If you're not sure where chat is, have a look at the Zoom toolbar at the bottom of your screen. In the middle of it, there's an icon that says chat. If you click on it, open it, and oh, it looks like my screen was frozen. Yeah, click on it, open it, and people are in there leaving messages.
Yeah,
and
we can only see the check-in screen.
You can only see the check-in screen, can you?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see you off to the side. Everyone's moving.
All right, let me just try that again. So I did that description all for nothing, did I?
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's try this again. All right. Okay, it's done it again. All right, something funny is happening here. Let me just try one more time.
Click on the www.lemny.com in your chat.
Yep. Okay, here we go. I think I've got it now. Google Chrome, we don't want that one. We want this one. All right. All right. Can you see Lemny now?
No. Yes. Yes, we can.
Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Mate, the Tech Master had tech challenges. Sorry about that. Well, that there is the screen I was talking about. There wasn't too much on the screen, and all of what I was talking about was in there. But my recommendation is just jump into the button there to try it for free, and you'll start to explore some of what this AI agent will do. And you can have multiple agents for multiple positions in your business. So you might have one dealing with accounting and finance, one dealing with operations, one dealing with tech support, which is what I needed today, and you could have one dealing with other areas in your business. So you can actually train them up to be very specific in what they deal with, and the right agent will jump in to deal with the issue based on what that issue is that it determines. So I know some of you are creative and happy to go and sort of have a play there, so definitely go and do it. This one here is an absolute must of a tool, I think. All right, next one I've got is business cards. Who here actually uses business cards these days? Yep, some do, okay, some don't. I know that I must admit, I'm a little bit old school with this. I'm a bit of a fan of a business card because it's got a tactile feel to it. But if you don't carry around cards and you are looking for an electronic version, this one here, which is called BlinkMe, BLINQ.me. It's an app that resides on your phone. You can put all of your details into it, and you can do some things in this that you can't do in a physical business card. So for instance, you can have links to your social media profiles that people can click on and go to. If you happen to have a product range or services that you happen to be promoting at a particular time, you can have links to those as well. So when people scan your QR code, which resides on your phone, they will just, you bring up your QR code from the app, they'll scan it, that brings it onto their phone, and then they've instantly got access to all of your information that you've put into your particular app on their phone as well. So there's an instant way for them to go through and explore who you are. Actually, I think I've seen a couple of people with this as well too at networking meetings. So one of the tricks with it is that when you do get back from if it's a networking meeting or a conference or a seminar or whatever you've been to where you've met people, is just to go through those recent contacts, tag them, just so you remember who they are. Actually, I haven't checked whether something like Lemny connects in with this, because you would be able to send emails out to some of these people, as soon as they connect, which means that you've got a email record in your sent items box in your emails. And you can connect it up with your CRM, obviously doing that as well too. But it does prevent the need of having to carry around a stack of business cards, and it's very easy to use and operate as well too. So that one there is called blink.me, and it is a digital business card. All right, this next one is, being that I'm heavily into marketing, this particular app is called Jasper.ai, and it is the marketer's best friend. So it's specifically built for marketing, and it does things at speed and does things at scale. So, think of social media posts. You need to get out a ton of social media posts. To do that is going to take you weeks. With a tool like this, it will take you minutes, and it's able to deploy across all of the channels that you've got set up or connected to the tool. So this tool here, it will keep your brand voice consistent. It will do things like it will write your text, it will create and edit images, it'll bring in your branding into it, so you've got a consistent brand and feel for it all, and it's all done with AI. You're obviously putting the input into it, and again, you're still training the tool to speak in your voice. But it's able to grab all of your marketing collateral, and then if you're looking for particular marketing solutions or a marketing message, it's already got that collateral. It's able to then very quickly pull together some of the the content there, the images for creating posts, and whether that's on social media or blog posts, or landing pages or web pages, all of that sort of thing. It is a marketing toolkit, which is really a almost all-in-one marketing toolkit. So that one there is called Jasper. It is an AI solution. Price-wise, it is, I think it's around about top of my head, about $49 a month-ish. The link's not working at the moment, so it's around about $49 a month, sort of starting or something like that, but it is your all-in-one solution. You can check it out with a free trial of $39 a month. There you go, I overquoted you. So $39 for the start, $59 for the next level up. So that one's called Jasper.ai. Now this one here I thought was a wee bit of fun. So this is being built using AI. It's called a website roaster. So if you want to get a roasting over your website, it is websiteroaster.levitateadvisory.net. Someone has built this to give you recommendations on your website, and you can choose the voice for it as well too. So some of them I don't know, but I definitely know Gordon Ramsay. So Gordon Ramsay of the kitchen fame, if you want a website audit essentially in Gordon Ramsay's voice, he'll give it to you, and he does actually give it to you as well. So you pop your domain in the URL bar here, and then you select the voice that you want, pop in your email address, name, and any specifics there, and it will then send you an email back with recommendations. Yes, it is a list building tool as well. I like this on a couple of levels. One is they've used AI in quite a creative way to do, what's a fairly boring task, which is a website audit. But two, it's a really good idea for list building. So this chap is building his list with us. So I really wanted to introduce it from the point of view of getting you to think about, with some of the AI tools that are available for us today, how can you start to deploy some of these to assist your business, like build your list and contacts in a fun way. It's almost gamified, that people don't feel like, oh no, not another newsletter. It's something that adds a bit of humor and fun to it as well. So this is a really good example of someone who has done this. So that's why I've included this in here as well. And you'll get some good recommendations on your website. And the very last one I have for you is a book. Jordan B. Peterson. He has been around for many years. He's got a really good book out about the 12 rules of life. If you haven't come across Jordan Peterson, he's a clinical psychologist, but he has a real commentary on...
I sent you a message.
On society and on...
You what?
Well, hang on. Someone's got just unmuted themselves. I can't find you if you're okay. I think we got you. So this one is a commentary on, he has got a commentary on life, why people do what they do. And in fact, it's almost like a marketing playbook as well too, because he talks about sort of people's behavior in terms of the masses. But he's done it in a way, he uses it for, sort of helping you to obviously live a good life in terms of, good rules to actually live by, but it's got a really good application to business as well. So that's Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. And You'll find that if you search for it, I just happen to have the Amazon site up and available too. It's on audiobook, Kindle, and paperback as well. And that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for today. So, as I say, we'll drop all of those into chat. In fact, they will be the very last one on chat. Let us know, what was your favorite one? Just drop it into chat. There they are. They're all in chat now. What's your favorite tool that you think will take you down the rabbit hole of exploration? And of course, all of these tools, they will be available in the Facebook group, which is Business Owners Smashing It Online. If you're not a member of that, now's a great time. Head over there, just click the join button and we'll accept you in for that. And you'll, of course, find many of the other tools that we have profiled here on the show over the past 8 years. They're all in that group as well too, or many of them are in the group. And you'll probably get to see some of these across the web over the next few days as well, as we repurpose some of the content that is created from the show as well too. All right, what have we got there? Who's got a vote in there? So we've got Jasper. Oh, there we go. So your website's just been sent in for a roast with Gordon Ramsay. Fantastic. You'll enjoy that. The website roaster. I would love to know how to get people to keen on a digital business card. Yeah, look, some people like them, some people don't. And it is a bit of a preference thing. But if you got that on your phone and they want your card, then they will scan it. It'll be on their phone. So that's how they actually get your virtual business card, and they get to see the application as well. You're virtually building up an address book in your phone using that virtual business card.